Laura's House is a community-based organization in Orange County, California that supports the victims of domestic violence, including men, women, and children. Since 1994, Laura's House has continued to expand and offer various services including emergency shelter, transitional housing, counseling, therapeutic groups and workshops, legal advocacy outreach education, and prevention for victims of domestic violence. Over the past 24 years, Laura's House has provided shelter and supportive services to more than 5,000 abused women, men, and children, and counseling, life skills education, and legal advocacy to over 55,000 people. Acts of domestic violence are among the top 15 killers of Americans of all ages. Like many other victims of domestic violence, Laura's story ended tragically. At age 38, Laura lost her life to her abuser. The health outcomes of domestic violence are never positive ones. Many experience acute or immediate physical injuries, including bruises, broken bones, abrasions, lacerations, burns, and fractures. Negative mental health outcomes, including depression, stress, anxiety, eating disorders, PTSD, self harm, and suicide attempts, are commonly experienced as a result of domestic violence as well. Additional negative health outcomes of domestic violence include premature death, years of potential life lost, disability and disability adjusted life years lost, poor mental health, high medical costs, and lost productivity. Healthy People 2020 objectives on injury and violence include the following: reduce physical assaults, reduce child maltreatment deaths, reduce non-fatal child maltreatment, reduce physical violence by current or former partners, reduce sexual violence, and reduce children's exposure to violence. In 1991, a few local women formed the South Orange County Domestic Violence Action Committee with the dream of building a shelter for abused women in South County. After being contacted by Laura's mother and hearing that Laura had nowhere to turn for resources to help her, the women were committed to making their dreams become a reality. In 1994, local residents, including co-founders Sandy Condello and Helen Kendall, called a town meeting and asked for the community to embrace their vision of Laura's House. There was a great response from the community with support and funding. It was then decided that the agency would be named in memory of Laura. Laura's House currently implements a program for children who are victims of domestic violence called Children's Therapeutic Services. The Children's Therapeutic Program offers a variety of ways to connect and guide children in their healing journey. Children are the silent victims in a domestic violence situation. They have no voice. Laura's House offers a safe and nurturing environment for children in crisis situations. Programs include the Building Blocks Therapeutic Preschool Program for children ages 2 to 5, and the Kids Club After School Program for children ages 6 to 18. Children aged 2 and above receive clinical assessments, attend individual and family counseling, and play therapy. Laura's House resale stores locations in Lake Forest and San Juan Capistrano include designer and brand name clothing for men, women, and children. In addition, jewelry, handbags, shoes, artwork, home furnishings, and books are available for extremely affordable prices. In addition to receiving high-quality merchandise at great prices, the proceeds from the resale stores support the programs provided by Laura's House that help families affected by domestic violence. Volunteer workers in the resale stores have saved Laura's House $357,827 to be used towards their various programs and services. There are many different strengths to Laura's House. Laura's House has been named one of the best places to work in Orange County 3 different times. This organization provides many services to all members of the community. Laura's House markets their programs to the community through their resale stores in Orange County and gladly welcomes volunteers to work in either of their 2 store locations for a minimum of 2 hours per week for a 4-month period of time. Resale stores are located in Lake Forest and San Juan Capistrano. Volunteers can apply at laurashouse.org. The only weakness to Laura's House is location. The only 2 locations are in North Orange County and South Orange County. This may be inconvenient for those seeking help in other counties, but beneficial to those in Orange County. Being a sensitive topic to address, Laura's House requires a few skills and attitudes when addressing patients of domestic violence. In order to work for an organization such as this one, attitudes of patience, understanding, compassion, and empathy are necessary in order to effectively interact with victims of domestic violence. Laura's House understands that reducing the number of victims of domestic violence begins with prevention. Laura's House has developed a prevention and education program for the youth of Orange County called HEART, or the Healthy Emotions and Attitudes in Relationships Today. This program was created in hopes to prevent violence before it starts. At-risk youth and teens are educated on healthy relationships and skills on how to resolve conflict. These workshops are held at schools and youth facilities across Orange County. Laura's House is also active in the community by speaking to corporations, businesses, and community fundraisers. Key contacts of Laura's House are co-founders Sandy Candello and Helen Kendall. To reach the many resources provided by Laura's House, contact information is provided below. If experiencing an emergency situation, Laura's House 24/7 toll-free hotline is available at 866-498-1511. Additional information and resources can be located at www.laurashouse.org.